So the long and the short of it is, I'm posted to Winnipeg, ladies and gentlemen. I meet this nice young lady in Winnipeg. She's from St. Vital. Okay, I don't know if any of you know about Winnipeg. I have another story about when I met this lady, and I thought she was giving me an STD, but I actually was getting my wang dang doodle was freezing up in the mornings when I was doing PT. It was so cold. I'd come in for a pee, and I'd have to get my buddies to scrape me down from the ceiling because I hurt so bad. It was burning. But yeah, it was the old wang dang doodle getting frozen, and then when I'd go, you know, you get cold feet and you put it into hot water and it burns like even worse. Okay? Yeah, it was painful. So I thought she was giving me an STD. Anyways, enough of that story. She wasn't. It was just cold. All right? But she had a really badass boyfriend. Ex-boyfriend, I should say. He was an all-rounder. Okay? He'd been in and out of the prison system. He'd lost an eye in jail. I didn't realize that at the time, but yeah, he'd lost an eye in jail. He was just a scrappy dude. He was in the drug trade in Winnipeg. He pushed a lot of weight, and he was just toxic for this young lady that I was dating. And she went from him to me. He was not impressed about this, and he had gotten his little minions to tell him where we were one night. We were out on a date at this pub in Winnipeg, and man, was he pissed. So he rolls into this pub with a buddy of his. It's me and this lady. We're having some drinks. I know shit is gonna go down. Okay, she tells me he's here. He's got a friend. Okay, I'm eyeing him, and I'm starting to look at the environment around me. But the waiter comes over. I say, listen, man, there is going to be some shit. If you got a bouncer, bro, you need to have them ready to go because it's going to happen. And the waiter tells me we have no bouncers tonight, which is crazy because it's Winnipeg. And it is like one of the roughest cities in Canada. Okay? But there's no bouncer there, so whatever. Old G-Man's on his own. That's cool, right? We'll figure this one out. So anyways, it comes time, I gotta pay the bill. This guy and his friend aren't going anywhere, okay? I'm screwed. I'm not sitting here all night, okay? I'm leaving this place. I want to go, okay? I got people to do and places to see, right? So, I tell the lady I'm with to sit tight. I take a quick scope at the bar, okay? And it's like a rectangle, this bar. Okay, there's two cash registers at either side, okay? And on the side that's closest to us, I see some beer mugs, I see a camera, all right? So this is where I go to pay my bill. And no sooner am I up there paying my bill than do these two idiots come up behind and start punching me square in the back of the head, okay? And I know that the fight is on now, and I need to end this quickly, okay? Because these two guys are not going to give up on me. And there's no help in sight for old G-Man, okay? So, what does G-Man do? Well, there was a reason why I picked the side of the bar. Because the beer mugs were there, ladies and gentlemen. These were big beer mugs. Like, they had the handle on it, okay? Big, thick bottom. So they start dummying me in the back of the head. I just throw my cash and my wallet, everything to the other side of the bar. I grab the mug and I swing around and I hit his buddy in the head. He is toast, okay? He goes flying, but the mug doesn't break, okay? I was hoping it would because I was aiming to end this guy because I knew that that's what he was there to do to me, okay? So I was hoping that this would happen because I needed to protect myself, okay? I felt that my life was in danger. And ladies and gentlemen, it was, okay? This guy was a dangerous dude. But the glass doesn't break. I end up hitting this guy. I muckle on to her ex, and I'm hitting him in the side of the head with the bottom of the mug, and nothing is happening. So I throw the mug because I realize that it's not doing anything for me now. It's just an awkward set of brass knuckles, basically. We go to the floor. This guy is pretty big, and old G-Man at the time was not that big. Uh, and I had to get this guy off me. You know, the thing when you go down to the ground, the first thing you got to do is get your chin to your chest. You know, that is a lifesaver. Get your chin to your chest. As soon as you know you're going down, do it. Don't let your head hit the ground or the floor, because you're dead if that happens. Okay? Guarantee your opponent will kill you. Okay? And I know that that's what he was going to do to me. I know he wanted to try and choke me out. He was going to try and kill me that night. And at this point, he's grabbing on to my collar. He's got me like this. I'm trying to break through, trying to break his arms out. It's not happening. So all I can do is keep my chin into my chest. I'm trying to protect my airways now. And in case I get something coming in, maybe he decides to hit me or something. I don't know. Okay. But hitting this guy with the beer mug clearly wasn't doing shit. Okay. So I don't think my fists are. Okay. This is about weight, movement, and momentum. Now, my only other option is, because I can't break him, I can't break his arms, okay, the only thing I can do is to start kicking him in the balls with my shin, and then hopefully trying to use that to throw him over me to get him off so I can get back up. Because I don't know when his buddy is coming back, and I don't know if there are more people coming. Anyways, so I am kicking this guy in the nuts with all I've got to no avail. It is not affecting this guy. Nothing I can do to him is phasing him, okay? And I'm starting to realize that shit is about to get real. I am now in an embrace with some fat, old, greasy rounder, okay? And it is not good, because he is on top, I am on the bottom, and I can't squirrel my way out of it. Okay, I'm looking now for other ways to get out. All right? And at this time, I realize that his buddy is now back up and on his feet. Okay? G-Man is in for a shit kicking until, dun da da da, doesn't the lady I am dating that night come to old G-Man's aid with a bar stool, roast this guy with the bar stool. He goes down. I don't know if he's in too much pain or he's just embarrassed because this young lady just roasted him with a bar stool and took his ass out. But that guy grabbed the guy off of me and they left. All right? I think I messed them up pretty good. I don't know if I actually won the fight because there was no knockout, but I definitely scored the most hits. You know, I did get one kind of a knockout on the friend, I think. But I wasn't there. I don't know if he was just dazed and couldn't get up. But anyways, I'm going to say that I won this fight, okay? Anyways, now, the wait staff are all shitty with me because we've ruined this whole side of the bar. And I told them, I said, look, I warned you about this shit. I did everything I could to get out of it, and you weren't helping, okay? So they were kind of shitty with me. They called the cops. Cops show up. They don't charge me. Okay, they run this guy. Like I said, he's got a history. It's clear what's gone on. They've got the camera. That was the other reason why I went to that side of the bar, because I knew it would all be on video. By the end of the night, we're drinking free beers still at the place because they felt so bad about not being able to do anything, and they were probably scared of the lawsuit. The cops shook my hand. So don't worry about anything. I didn't press charges. They didn't charge me. None of my money got stolen. And I went home with a lady, ladies and gentlemen. You ever watch The Rock? Remember that line Sean Connery gives out about winners and losers? I was the winner that night, ladies and gentlemen. And now the guys at the fight in Winnipeg, I knew that he was actively tailing us. He had been collecting information from cab drivers that would drive us around because I didn't have a car there. I was just posted temporarily to Winnipeg, and I couldn't take really any of my personal shit with me. So I was at the liberty of taxi cabs, and anytime I would go pick her up and we would go somewhere, he would find out about it and he would know about it. It was pretty crazy. And like I said, he was a tough dude. He was an all-rounder. He had me probably by about 100 pounds at least. He was an Irish dude. He knew how to fight. There's no two ways around it. Like, he knew what he was doing, and he was goal-oriented. Like, he there was a look in his eyes that you see sometimes in people, and he was out there for one thing, I believe. You know, I took something very precious from him, I think, and he wanted his comeuppance. You know, it was a gooder, man. Who gets into a fight with a guy with one nut and one eye? Boom. I don't know if I told you that. Maybe I was in too much of a hurry. Oh my God. Yeah, but the reason why the guy wasn't phased from being kicked in the nuts, he only had one testicle. But the chick I was dating didn't tell me that until after. Shit. It would have been a nice to know.